Okay, let's go.
You know how we're always told that self-improvement has to be this huge, massive effort? Well, what if it could actually be effortless? In this explainer, we are breaking down a super simple but really powerful routine that can totally transform your life without all the usual stress and overwhelm. Seriously, does the whole self-help world sometimes feel like you've taken on a second job? If you're tired of all the complicated systems and that constant pressure to hustle, you are definitely in the right place. That feeling of frustration is so real, but the solution? It's surprisingly simple. And that's the promise here. This is not about cramming a dozen new habits into your already packed day. Nope, it's about getting rid of all that noise. So forget the fancy routines, forget the overwhelming plans. We're going to focus on a method that's actually sustainable because it's so incredibly simple. Okay, so first things first, let's talk about the mindset shift that's required here. It's all about trading in that idea of monumental effort for a much gentler and way more consistent path to growth.
We get this myth stuck in our heads, right, that you have to go all in, 100%, or you've basically failed. But the reality, the truth, is that real, lasting change comes from those tiny, almost invisible improvements you make every single day. That's where the magic really is.
So, how do we make this a practical framework? Well, it all boils down to 3 really simple, totally actionable rules. This is the heart of the entire routine, so let's break them down one by one. First up, the 5-minute rule. Think of this as your secret weapon against procrastination. You know that feeling, right? That resistance, that little voice in your head saying, I'll just do it later. The next time that happens, just make a deal with yourself. You only have to do it for 5 minutes. That's the deal. And this rule is so incredibly versatile. Feeling way too tired for a full workout? Just do 5 minutes. Can't possibly face that huge study session? Just 5 minutes. That one annoying task that's been staring at you from your to-do list for weeks? You guessed it, just give it 5 minutes. And here's the key. This is the psychology behind it all. The barrier isn't usually the task itself. It's just starting it. Once you begin, even for a few minutes, you create momentum. And what you'll find is that more often than not, those 5 minutes turn into 10, then 20, or hey, you might even finish the whole thing. Okay, rule number 2 is the 1-page rule. And I know this sounds almost too easy. All you have to do is read one single page from a good book each day. The goal here isn't to become a speed reader overnight. It's all about building a consistent daily habit of learning. This is the power of compounding in action. I mean, 1 page on day 1 seems like nothing, right? But pretty soon, those pages turn into chapters, and those chapters turn into books. And over a year, you're not just consuming information, you are literally building an entirely new way of thinking. And that's the ultimate payoff, isn't it? It's not just about collecting facts. It's about absorbing knowledge that actually changes your perspective, helps you make better decisions, and allows you to see the world in a whole new light. That is real transformation. And finally, we have the reflection rule. You can think of this as the glue that holds this whole system together. It's just a quick little check-in with yourself at the end of the day to make sure you're consciously and mindfully moving in the right direction.
And the process could not be simpler. You just ask yourself 2 questions. First, you celebrate a win. What's one thing I did well today? This is so important for building that positive momentum. And second, you identify an opportunity for growth. What's one thing I can improve? This keeps you curious and always learning.
And this brings us right back to the central theme of this whole thing. This simple 2-question reflection is the engine that drives all those small daily improvements. By consistently celebrating what works and gently tweaking what doesn't, you pretty much guarantee massive transformations over time. Okay, so we've got the rules, we get the mindset. How do you actually put this all into practice? Let's talk about a simple 30-day challenge that you can use to get started on this new path, like today. Just look at how manageable this is. When you break it down, we're talking about maybe 8 minutes total out of your entire day. 5 minutes to tackle that one task you've been avoiding, about 2 minutes to read a single page, and maybe a minute for reflection. That's it. Come on, anybody can find 8 minutes. So here's the challenge for you. Try this simple 8-minute routine every day for the next 30 days. Don't overthink it, don't add to it, don't complicate it. Just do it consistently for 1 month. If you do that, I promise you, you will start to see your life change. I love this final message because it's a great reminder that self-improvement doesn't have to be this lonely journey. By sharing simple, effective ideas just like this one, we can all be part of a community that's focused on making small, positive changes together. So I'll leave you with this to think about. Forget tomorrow. Forget next week. What about right now, today? What is that one thing you've been putting off? What transformation could you kickstart with just 5 minutes? The power to begin is right here, right now.